So basically, we've gotten this like whole idea that nothing matters. But the things that we said when we said nothing matters, like, oh, it doesn't matter. We said that like 10 years ago and no one did anything. So things got worse, skyrocketed, and like the quality of shit that things have gotten because no one did anything when people had problems with things being bad before. So now you're at that point. Now you're at that fucking point, you know? I'm gonna turn the light on so you guys are like, oh, I have to see this guy so I can fucking make fun of him. I have to know what he looks like so I can make fun of him. He needs to look like a dumbass. If I can't see his face, I can't be mean and make fun of him. So I got deeper and deeper and deeper. You know, maybe I'm a little fucking nut job, but I'm a nut job in the ways that matter. You know, I don't know how to glue myself to a modern thinking, the modern thinking equivalent, the modern thinking equivalent of needing to rival against your fucking coworker. I mean, I understand competitive pay, but I don't understand sabotage your coworker's work as part of the competition. We're all trying to do the same thing. So if I'm sitting there and my work is sabotaged by a coworker, I don't look at it as competitive. I look at it as, yo, what the fuck? I have to sit there and make this chicken sandwich again. I have to fucking butterfly the chicken and I have to put it in the wash, you know, and then I gotta put that inside of the flour, and then I gotta fucking fry the thing, and then I gotta take the thing out. That takes like 7 minutes, and then I take that out. Then I gotta throw it on the grill and throw the hot sauce on top of it, the Mike's Honey Hot. And then I gotta throw the cheese, and then I gotta prep the bun. I gotta put the donkey sauce and pickles and shaved onions on the bottom bun after I toast it. So I gotta toast the bun and give the chef kiss to the crown of the bun. And then I gotta toast the fucking bun. And then, woo! I gotta put all the coleslaw on the bun again. It's a 15-minute process, man. I don't see that as competitive pay. That's not the competition. You're sabotaging my kitchen job. And this is a real story. I'm not working in the kitchen anymore because I can't work in a fucking kitchen. I can't work in the kitchen because it's non-functional drug addicts and whores and attention-seeking stupid people and chefs that have no fucking control over their emotions and they're going on to work fucking high and some people are selling drugs. I don't want to work in the kitchen. So every single person that I know that works in the kitchen, I say, hey, you should come work with Rhino. You'll get better pay and it's a way better job. You have fun. I mean, yeah, keep a kitchen job if you want to make $2,000 bi-weekly. Oh, God, I don't even go that far. If at the end of the month you want to make in the summer, if you want to make, you know, really, really good money, being shit on and having people come in fucked up and having people mess up the job and having people not care about the quality of the food and having people not care about ordering and having people not care about, you know, letting the customer eat their food instead of stealing the food, and then the chef yells at you. And I'm like, yo, it left our window and went to Expo. Once it's at Expo, it's out of our hands. We'll make it again. But why did it take 20 minutes for you guys to find out that you didn't have the fucking sandwich that we made? 20 minutes ago, took it, the chef, you took it from our window and then put it in the Expo window. It shouldn't be being taken off by a server to be eaten. someplace. It should be taken to the customer, so that's their fucking fault. So it's like we get this whole process that everyone's getting like detrimentally fucked in the brain. Hello. Everyone's getting Sanskrit. Interesting. Everyone's getting fucked in the fucking brain. They're getting fed a process to be numero uno in their life, which is nice. You want to pay your bills, you want to look out for your emotions and stuff. But then you just got people stepping on each other and people lying to each other. And it's not cool when everyone just lies and just uses each other. You'll have people that are friends for years only to find out third year down the line that it was all just make pretend and they're just using each other. Who knows? Maybe who fucking knows at that point? It's just like this process, Ben, that we're being fed how to think. We're being told we're being fed the lie that we're pattern seeking to reinforce the concept of a pattern. They want us to think in patterns. We're not pattern seeking creatures. They want to tell us that we're pattern seeking, so we'll behave in the way that they're telling us that we are. And the fact is yeah, we've all done weird niche things like played with the bristles of a comb, but how fucking really off ball is it that you have things that when you press your fingers around them, they make a weird little like chings, sort of like acoustical sound when you brush your fingers across it. When you play with a comb, it makes some sort of sound when you boing. So, of course, everyone's done something because it's like motor skills. You got something in your hand and you want to tinker with it. You want to tinker with it and make it make funny sounds and turn it into an instrument because that's human behavior. So many humans do the same weird niche things with the same objects because it's just common to tinker with something when it's in your possession. It's common to like fidget. It's common because we have so much more explorative energy that is untapped in the modern age that it really just comes out in the form of fidgeting and tinkering with things in our hands like pens or pencils. We've all tapped a pencil like a pendulum in between two fingers to make it move really fast. We've all clicked that pen a million fucking times. Because if a pen can click and write, sometimes it's more fun to press the button than it is to scribble on a piece of paper, So it's like, of course, every single person in the world has sat in there and gone with a fucking pen. It's not that weird. They have to indoctrinate people to think that no one's special because they've done stupid fucking things, all pretty much the same. But when it comes truly down to it, they want to feed everyone their own fucking useless bullshit. Like I say, they tell guys that guys should be afraid of talking to women and that women are scary and all this shit. And then they tell girls, they sell girls these fucking TVs and movie shows where the girl's just a happy whore that's fucking everyone in town and she doesn't care about the dude's feelings. The dude could be a completely decent dude. Or she could be cheating on. It's just always about the fantasy of not the woman's gaze, but basically filth and smut. They want to fill people's minds with the idea that cheating's fun. And women are just more impressionable than men because women have, a plethora of hormones that are never in balance. Men are gifted that their hormones are more balanced. So mental acuity for a man is easier to process, where women, it's nature against them. It's not their fault that they're mentally unstable at times. The chemicals in their body contribute to that. So that's when you find out that you got like your friend's parents, your parents, your girlfriend's parents are all fucking cheating. They got to show all these shows where the parents all cheat on each other. Even back in like the 90s and 2000s was a popular thing that if you had all your shit together, then you really didn't need to focus on love. The only people that really care about cheating are the ones that are poor. And the only wealth to them is actual life, actual love, actual existence. So, of course, they're going to make every rich person, every middle class family in a TV show or a movie cheat on each other, whether it's parents or the teens or the young adults. And, it's very hard to come by an idea in the modern world that isn't just a forced concept that they want you to believe in. So I grew up a little screwy because I just always thought my own thing. I didn't listen to the advice of what fat people said to me. I didn't listen to the advice of what sad people said to me. I didn't listen to the advice of what overly angry people said to me. I didn't listen to the advice of people that do nothing in life. I didn't listen to their advice. Because obviously, they don't know how to live a life. I can't sit there and take advice from people that suck. No one should. You shouldn't take advice from someone that about love if their whole thing is, you should make yourself happy. And if it means cheating, if you can't change the person, change the person. That works when someone's a piece of shit, is you gotta let them know, I don't want to be with you anymore, you're a piece of shit. You're abusive, you try to fucking kill me, I'll try to kill you, because we're made equal. If a girl told a guy that was abusive, actually stood up for herself and said, listen, I'm sick of you hitting me, I'm gonna stab you to death if you do it again. I'm gonna call the police, and I'm gonna fucking stab you to death and say it was self-defense. I'm covered in bruises. I'm sick of being beaten and raped. I'm gonna stab you to death next time you try to do it, and I'll just call the police. Like, you can scare someone that thinks that they're the apex predator in a scenario. You can scare, it's like some people get off on it. It's hunting large game, large fucking animals that can kill them and strip them into a million pieces. It's the same mental processing to acknowledge that there are a lot of people that think they're tough because they've never been challenged. But life is about equality, and we're all made the same. So just be able to acknowledge that the toughest person in the world just hasn't been told, no, I think you're a fucking loser prick. Sometimes the only thing you have to do is behave like you're the scariest person in the world, you're the most dangerous, and you can force people to respect you through that. But it's like, there's too much of that going on. There's too much fucking people that are talking about how crazy and violent they are. And there's too many fucking girls and guys. There's too many people that just fucking suck and cheat on each other. Girls cheat on guys and guys cheat on girls. Guys cheat on girls and they just want to fuck because they don't care. Guys can do it very nonchalantly because nothing matters. If you're a dude and you're cheating on a girl, probably nothing matters to you. And you live in a certain lifestyle where you just breeze by in life. You get your money, you get your food, you get your drugs if you do drugs. And everything is just an activity. Having sex with someone is an activity. A relationship is an activity that you can log off and log back in whenever you feel like it. Girls cheat for the emotional satisfaction of it. A girl could be in a perfectly good relationship, but fed with the idea that life could be better, that life could be more fun, it could be someone more spontaneous, more adventuresome. And it's like, it doesn't matter if the dude she's with waited 3 months to get like an engagement ring that cost $35,000 or some stupid shit. She's still gonna be dissatisfied with the idea that those rocks were set to that price because of they're articulate in the steel cutting and they're articulate in the stone cutting. And it's just a useless, priceless fucking rock with a resale value that's 115th the price that you pay for. Yes, 115th. So people just sit there and they'll justify it because it's normalized. They normalize being a bad person to the point that so many people do it, but not many people do it well. You know, plenty of people do shitty things, but there's more people that can't lie well. There's plenty of shitty people, but there's plenty of people that can't cover their tracks even more than the amount of shitty people. The shitty people that exist, the majority of them suck at covering their tracks, lying. That just turns into people getting red in the face and acting like children having a temper tantrum at 6 years old. Because that's what you get with a lot of the adults these days. Guys and girls acting like fucking babies. And it's just, maybe it doesn't matter, but it didn't matter 2 years ago. It didn't matter 5 years ago. It didn't matter 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 20 years ago, 25 years ago, 30 years ago. Maybe 35 years ago it mattered. Maybe not being a shitty person 35 years ago mattered. But also, maybe 40, 15, we got to push it way back, like 50, 45 years ago. 45 years ago would be the 80s. Still not far enough. Let's say 65 years ago. Maybe 65 years ago it did matter that we weren't just fucking shitty people. That we didn't fucking just try to sabotage people's work. We didn't try to cheat. We didn't just try to ruin people's life for the menacing factor of being above them. Maybe we didn't go out of our way to just criticize people because we got all these tools that allowed us to change our perspectives and change our weaponry over time. They made it so we could. I hear all the stories about what it was like in the 80s when people had online forums, when online forums and instant message first came up. People were just talking shit because they knew there was nothing other person could do. And then people started getting hunted down and killed. And it all started with fucking forums. And that's when, internet safety didn't exist until 2006. Internet safety didn't fucking exist. You could find gore. People were selling their children online to be eaten and fucked. People were selling drugs online. You could sell guns, you could smuggle automatic weapons into America, with cash back then because, the government, of course, gave us internet, but they didn't really give a shit to really censor it or watch it. The internet censorship really started to kick ass around 2011. 2006 is just when the government reformed a lot of internet, but truly it kicked into its highest level of censorship in about 2011 is when things started changing. So you get this whole process of just being fed things like, God, in the last 13 years, the last 15 years or so, they've normalized fat, bald, hairy men dressing like strippers and dancing for the kids at school. In about 10 years, they're going to normalize the same thing, but they're going to be naked. I didn't like the drag shows. When I was forced to go to a drag show in high school, I didn't really understand why it was a mandatory drag show. It seems a little satanic to have a mandatory drag show. But what if in 10 years, they're nude? They're just naked. People will say, hey, it's just naked, fat, hairy men dancing for the kids. It's for school. It's educational. You hear enough about these trans teachers and PE teachers and science teachers fucking molesting kids. And it's like these are the ones that are the happiest ones when they have these fucking drag shows. I shit you not, in 10 years, they're going to have mandatory, the children must watch, the children in school will have to watch fat, bald, naked men dancing on a stage. And then 25 years from now, it won't matter, by the way, because people will be reprogrammed to think that it doesn't matter. And then, and then 25 years from now, 30 years from now, they'll have performative mandatory things where they'll pick a child out of the audience in school and they'll say, hey, child in the audience, come up here and we're going to have sex with you. And parents won't be able to do anything because if parents are like, I don't want my a 13-year-old child having sex with some strange man that is in his 50s on the stage with the school, I don't think that's appropriate for the government to decide that, some old person can have sex with my child. And they'll take the child away. That's what it will be. They will normalize it in like 25, 30 years that if you, as a parent, say, I don't want the government using my children as examples for sex ed in front of the whole school, in the auditorium, they'll take your kids away. They'll probably put you in prison. And they're going to normalize so much shit. So it's like, that has to stop. It's not necessary to have so much smut and reinforcement of sexual, degrading, sexual fucking filth. I understand that everybody wants to feel handsome and pretty, but we really just make it about being a whore. You see it on your social media. Every single person on Halloween is making some story about wanting to get fucked. And they're the same people that never want to be sexualized, but then they sexualize themselves on their fucking story. Literally, not sitting in a sexy fucking Halloween costume, but they actually say the only thing they want for Halloween is to be bent. And then it's like Christmas comes, and in their story is like, ho, 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 me, I'm the O. You already know. It's like, I'm not like a super, super religious, moralistic person. But you need to even understand the basics of morals. Is you can't just be some drug addicted, lazy, overeating fucking whore. It's not good. It's not healthy to have shitty mentalities. It's not healthy to normalize them. You got more people that are racist these days, and there's a huge difference between being racist and fighting tyranny. There's a huge thing when there's problems that are affecting the society, and you address them and take action against them. Problem is people address them, and they hope that the people they address them to will take care of it. But that's never worked. It's taken us 145 years to realize that it don't work, and it's probably going to take longer because people aren't doing shit. So you sit there and you watch the world change like 4 different fucking times in your lifetime. I'm not that old. I'm not that fucking old. So it's like, I sit there and I watch it all. I watch it change again. I watch everything get bad and worse and scary bad. And then I watch things get straight up terrifying. Like when I found out in 2022 that the government could take away your children and custody of your children because you sign a birth certificate with the government, and the certificate means that they have the right to rescind a child like it's property, and they can take your children from you. Like, I can understand child protective services, like if you're being an abusive parent, but it's like the government can decide what abuse is. And then they mutilate your fucking kids. They mutilate their fucking sex organs and pump them full of cancer pills and HRT. You can tell me HRT is healthy. It's not. Every single person says something different 5 years later when they have cancer and they're dying. It's not good to fuck your body with artificial hormones. You can't just tell me that it is because you're on artificial hormones. Don't, I mean, you're a dude has all the right in the world to live delirium in their head and think that they're a girl, but they're gonna die. They're gonna die tremendously faster than anybody else around them. Girls, guys, anybody that puts fake fucking hormones in their body, chemicals and shit, they're chemically castrating themselves and destroying their fucking body and filling themselves with disease just so they can be okay in their own skin for 5 years. And they start having their hair fall out, and then they start having their fucking joints. They start getting osteoporosis because their fucking joints, the collagen in their bones and shit, starts falling apart. And then they're calcium and iron deficient, and it's all because of these fucking things they want to inject in themselves so they can have tits. Why do people want to be trans if it's not some fucking sexual thing? There's not been one fucking trans person that I know personally that didn't make it into some stupid sexual shit. That's why I don't fucking like trans people. I don't like trans people because I think it's a fucking shitty joke. It's a shitty joke that you can be a dude your whole life and then you decide that you want to be a girl and you start flirting with all the people that you've been friends with your whole fucking life. I'm sorry, man. I've known you for 2013, 2010. I've known you for 15 years, man. You've always just been a dude to me. But I was kind of okay with it until you started flirting with me. I don't think of you that way. You've been my friend my whole life. I don't want to fuck my friend that's a dude because they decide that they're a girl and they want to fucking change up the script. I kind of just wanted to continue getting high, drinking beers, cooking food, playing video games and listening to music and being a fucking asshole with the crew. Why is it that the crew has to fall apart? Why does everything have to fall apart when people decide that they want to be 100% what they want to be? And 100% of what 100% of what 100% what those people want to be is something stupid that's self-serving and it ultimately turns into some euphoric thing. Like, I understand a lot of people's lives fucking suck. I'm not some miserable fucking loser. I have too much fucking time on my hands because I get things done fast. Now, I just... Like, oh, I watched the new episode of It. I watched the new episode of It, so until next Sunday, I can't watch another new episode of It. I don't really want to sink into too much TV shows and movies and shit because it all sucks. I watched Final Destination Bloodlines, and that was kind of cool because you're like, yo, that's the same black dude from all of the movies. That's a kind of cool detail that it's always been him. And it's like, he's the root. The fucking root of everything is that dude. But then he dies, obviously, because the last two people fucking died. So it's like, and he's gonna die after. But it's like this whole fucking thing, man. This whole fucking thing that they want to even convince people to just seek comfort and sit around all day. So you sit and you watch your fucking TV and you order your fucking DoorDash. Even when you can't drive, you don't want to. They just want to make everybody into some sort of fucking puppet to sell their propaganda engine. They want everybody to behave the way they want. COVID was a huge impact on a lot of people because COVID enabled a lot of people to just sit and be lazy and collect I think it was $1,250 checks. So two of them, you get basically $2,500. And it's like you couldn't work. Your whole idea was to stay at home. They wanted you to stay home. Stay home and just fucking eat and sit on the couch and watch TV. You know, it's a whole fucking thing. So you start to understand that after a while, you lose the luster for life. But a lot of people didn't notice because they just adjusted. I saw the impact of how COVID affected people during COVID, and there were still people outside doing things, but they looked miserable because they couldn't do things the way that they wanted. So you get further from the truth. The further you go to dehumanize people, the more they just turn into like goldfish in a fishbowl. And that's what they want. They want everyone to have that goldfish in a fishbowl mentality. So more and more time is instilled to the process of just making people be the perfect engine that drives the way that you want. That now everyone just thinks about sex and drugs and being euphoric and happy. They don't know how to process emotions besides satisfaction. There's too much hate from the people that aren't satisfied. So they get their satisfaction through hate. I'm sorry, I can see through the shit. I have the kind of polarizing mental incapacitations that are, one of them is here and the other one's here. Both of my mental health issues, especially with the dyslexia, it's like a war going on in my brain most days. But at least it helps me see through everything. See through all the stupid shit. See through all the fucking lies. And see through the pathetic world that they want us to sink down into. And I just don't understand it. I never will like it. And I don't know. The further I've gotten down this path, it just seems that it's not getting better. I'm not trying to be miserable, but I don't know how to constantly keep adjusting for the world if it's just going to keep getting worse. At that point, I'm going to just be expected to settle for bare minimum. In a world of people that are fucking whores and liars and fucking drug addicts. I was surprised. That was my biggest surprise in life, is finding out how many people I knew were addicted to drugs. I didn't want to accept that. I didn't want to accept that like the vast majority of people you meet are drug addicts of some kind. Like 70%, at least. The majority of people that you know are doing drugs and they'll lie about it. Find out, it's all a defeatist attitude. That's why everyone has such a, like, I've done drugs for years. And everyone has this weird stigma if you do them. They're like, oh, they'll get coke and you'll say, hey, can I get some of that? And they'll be like, you want coke? Huh, I wouldn't do that. You've never done it and you're crazy. Or some stupid shit. There's such a negative stigma from the drug users that don't know that you use them too. You can't normalize anything these days because everyone's just always going to be in their own self-interest. Everyone's always going to assume they know everything. Everyone's always going to be so picture perfect in their brain. I don't think I'm perfect. I just pay attention more than most people. I don't care if someone thinks I'm a bad person, because there is more in nature pointing that I'm not a bad person than some fucking person that can't grasp the reality and their whole objective thought process was given to them. I've acquired my brain. I've acquired how I think, and other people are just told. So if other people are told how to be, it's not even worth having a conversation with someone that has no original thought processes. Everyone's saying the same stupid slang. Everyone's saying the same stupid everything. Because everybody is just a slate. And they erase their thoughts to stick up with the trends because they want to fit in. Because there's more people that are lonely. Even my fucking brother told me I don't really have many good friends. I only got shitty ones, but they pick up. I don't want that. I don't want shitty friends that pick up. Sometimes I want good friends that call me. I feel like that's a blessing when someone calls you versus you feeling desperate and lonely and needing to call a shitbag. You know? I know that's probably the same for girls and guys. Is nobody wants to feel desperate that they have to talk to a bad friend that will pick up that's accessible. People want to have goodness until it's about their own self-satisfaction. That's when they start wanting to have the filth. That's when the lies come in for self-preservation. If you can self-preservate yourself by telling the truth, you are a divine creature these days. Because everything's just lies. Everybody is so deep in their bullshit that they have to lie to justify why they weren't with the kids. They left the kids alone. And it's always like, oh, I was cheating on you. We have a 6 and 8-year-old, and I don't like that you get home from work at 10 o'clock. So I cheated on you. And that's a major thing. Is people cheat because they're not around their fucking partner 24/7. Some people want to be around their partners 24/7. That's not healthy either. So you just get to this level of existence where everybody around you is overcompensating. Everybody around you is poking the finger at other people for overcompensating. But they don't understand. Maybe the dude with the gigantic fucking truck that's 10 feet off the road doesn't have small fucking dick. Maybe he just wants to feel like he's driving the spaceship of the road. You know, maybe some people just want to have fun. And everyone's so easy to jump the gun and just make shitty assumptions about each other. I don't make assumptions. I point out things. You know, it's so fucking casual that my neighbors all around me are just fucking doing drugs and cheating on each other. That, you know, I watch my neighbors come in and move out pretty fucking quick. Because every single person that has moved into this building has started cheating on each other. And then they have a relationship dispute and they fucking leave. That is enough relationships to see in my own apartment complex. My own apartment complex having 7 tenants and their families move in and then have them all move out because they're cheating on each other and it becomes abusive within 2 months. Watching people move in, new neighbors, and then those new neighbors cheat on each other. It's happened enough times in me living here. I've only been here a year. But the fact is all my neighbors keep cheating on each other and being abusive, and then they fucking leave too. My rent only went up $48 for when I renewed my lease, and that's not bad at all. But it's like my building's haunted. It's haunted with filling people with the ideas to cheat on each other and be abusive. I already hear my neighbors downstairs beat the shit out of each other sometimes. But, you know, he's cool. He likes smoking weed. So if I have weed, you know, sometimes it's fun to smoke. You know, if I say, hey, I ran out of bud, can I grab a bud? You know, sometimes that's cool. Sometimes you meet people and, you know, there's sides of them that are chill. I don't need to concern myself with people's cheating and abusive behaviors. It has nothing to do with me. It's just prevalent in my building that was fully filled, and now there's like 4 people on this side. People come here and they just cheat and beat the shit out of each other. So I just really can't grasp the modern world anymore because it's changed so many times to benefit and sate people that want to be shitty. It's benefited all the fucking killers and drug addicts and pedophiles and corrupt politicians. The world is just not good, and it's getting worse to protect shitty people. So I don't think it's outlandish at all to think that it's going to get so bad at a point that it's not a policing state. Of course, they have surveillance of Palantir and shit. They want to survey us. But they also want to program every single thought process in our brain. They're making us all fucking love violence and love cheating, but they secretly just passed in all 50 states that if you cheat on your wife or husband, it is a felony. So promiscuity is different when you're dating someone. When you're courting, you don't have a fucking ring. If you're in a relationship, it's different than dating. And I always tell people this. I say dating doesn't mean that you're not in a relationship if you're dating somebody. Because dating is like open. Dating is you're just talking to someone and doing things with them. You're going on dates. That's what dates is. And that's why they had the promise rings. And you don't hear anything shit about promise rings anymore. Promise rings don't exist anymore. They don't have that kind of shit. They don't have a you can have my heart and I'll have yours kind of shit. It's all just built on a blank faith. That you have the faith that your partner's not cheating on you while they're getting fucking railed 2 hours later. And it's always the idea that in TV shows and movies, everyone fucking cheats and does drugs. Because it is normal for people to be shitty. We're evil. Humans are fucking barbaric animals. We're evil and we're nurtured to be good people. But they've nurtured us to be shitty people and stay in our element. We're supposed to be refined from birth. We're not supposed to stay savages that want to cheat and fuck everything and kill and overeat. We're not supposed to be the way that we are born. But no one's nurturing anymore. You know, we don't got caring parents anymore. Our parents just let us fucking run off. Our parents don't give a shit when we're 12 shooting up heroin anymore. Because it's become very normal for 12-year-olds to do heroin now. It's extremely normal for a 12-year-old to be doing heroin. It's scary. But it's way more normal to do heroin at 12 years old these days than people think. I don't want to normalize that. Breaking Bad is an amazing show, but it made a bunch of punks think that they could be drug addicts and drug dealers at the same time. Breaking Bad only taught people how to be shitty drug dealers. And that's the thing they don't get. The whole premise of the show is they're not good at being drug dealers. What's up? I'm at work behind a counter and register. What do you do for work? That's what's up. Let me guess. Gas station. And this is probably the only kind of job that you can be behind the counter and a register and be able to look at your phone. So I'm going with gas station. They hit the money. Can I get an answer? You were right, gas station. See? I've done gas station work. I'm not fucking shitting on you. I just know how it is. There was a point where they told us we couldn't fucking use music. And then that changed pretty quick. I had my manager yell at me for getting to work late one day by 15 minutes. And then also yell at me that the person that was going to relieve me walked out and quit. So I had to stay 2 hours over the 16-hour federal limit. So I stayed 18 hours and 36 minutes. But there's no one to run the store. So I got yelled at and marked for that by the same manager that stole from the cash register. That was at the Big Apple. The Big Apple Gas in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. God, I've heard more. I've even dated a girl that was at McDonald's that stole money from the register for heroin. Do you know how shitty it is when you see your ex-girlfriend? You're out on the town and you see your ex-girlfriend and you're like, hey, what's up? And she says, "Oh, I'm picking up my boyfriend from the methadone clinic." And you just want to go, you're dating someone that has no control over their drug abuse. But you know you can't. You know it's not good. They chose to be a fucking loser. That girl cheated on me to be a heroin addict. And then he got in trouble with his job. So he has to go to the methadone clinic and report to his job that he's getting help while he's still. Like, I've never known anybody that goes to the methadone clinic that isn't a piece of fucking garbage. They can change. They don't want to. Same people with Suboxone. If you take Suboxone, you're a piece of shit. Just stop. I used to do heroin. I stopped. It's not that fucking difficult to say, I don't want to fucking do heroin. I don't want to do Suboxone. You do it because you're a piece of garbage and you have no mental strength. If you have to take Suboxone, I don't like you. Oh no, I'm doing heroin. I have to take Suboxone now. It's like, dude, you're supposed to wean yourself off. Suboxone, you're supposed to talk with your subscribing doctor, and the prescribing doctor, they're supposed to wean you off by having the dose until you're on like 2 milligrams, and they fucking take you off. No, 0.5. I think 0.5 is the smallest Suboxone you can get. I'm not trying to sit and talk to someone that's on 3 milligram Suboxone tabs for 6 months, 3 years. You should be fucking better. You should be fucking better. You shouldn't have the need for opium anymore. But they don't wean down because they like to know that now they have a legal way of doing heroin in a way. And I know Suboxone and heroin work a little bit different with how they attach to the dopamine receptors. But at that point, you're just justifying that you're a piece of shit. So I just can't. I fucking can't. Like, drugs are cool when you know your limit. Drugs are like double cheeseburgers at Burger King. You know that sometimes a double cheeseburger at Burger King is pretty good. But you also know not to eat 15 of them. They're $3.69 a burger now. They're 89 cents like 3 years ago. Well, maybe not that long ago. But when I was a young adult, when I was like 20, you could get a McDonald's, a Burger King double cheeseburger for $1.29. Now they're 3 times the price pretty much. And you gotta ask, do I really want to eat 15 fucking cheeseburgers? It's the same thing of heroin, man. The same thing of meth. The same thing of coke, weed, cigarettes, alcohol. I don't want to talk to someone that can't control themselves over alcohol and they get the shakes. That's a piece of shit. Picked up. Huge. It is what it is, man. It's just, life is so fucking weird that has gotten to the point that people just justify their shitty behavior. I don't want to justify shitty behavior. I want the world to heal. I don't want the world to heal by people having orgies in the street. I think it's weird that, and very coincidental, that as soon as Vermont made legal nudity, that child exploitation and rape of just people in general and sex crimes skyrocketed in Vermont. Here I was in good old conservative New Hampshire that they're like, you can't smoke weed, we'll shoot you. And meanwhile, every other state was like, weed is cool. We like weed. But Vermont is like, you can be naked in public. If you're in Vermont, you can walk into Market Basket or Hannaford's with no clothes on. You need to have shoes. You do need to have footwear. But everything else is optional. And I just don't think that that's normal. I mean, they could have like Because then people say that I'm a hater if I say, well, they could have like specific marketplaces in specific communities. But I think that's weird, man. I think that's weird. Imagine if you didn't know that it was like legal to go being in Vermont naked, and you're just walking across. You're from another state, and you're walking around trying to get your eggs and soda and shit, and there's fucking naked people all over the place, and all the naked people are like the same age groups too. It's all like the older people. You don't see any of the people in Vermont that are embracing legal nudity that are like in their 20s. It's all people in their late 30s and 40s and even 50s. So it's like, it's very particular. It's very particular. And if you want to be a pattern seeking animal like they all say that we are, you'll notice that the pattern is just protecting a bunch of fucked up assholes. Whether it be taking away your kids as a government official because you didn't want them to fucking shoot up the school. So then they put them in the military and force them to be in the military. You're really fucking good at shooting your fellow classmates. But how about this? We're going to either try you like an adult and give you 80 years in prison. It's going to be reduced to 25 for good behavior. Or we can put you in the military and you can just shoot and kill there. Like, I can understand that Grand Theft Auto is fun, but with the mindset of not even a parent, but the mindset that every person that I know that's played GTA 5 fucking sucks. They're stupid retarded. Everybody that I know that glorifies Call of Duty and all of that shit, they're the most angry, self-hating people I know. These are the people that, hate their wife or girlfriends, and they just want to sit and scream at the TV and swear, and, they just want to fucking be pissed that they died. I watch people, grown adults, play Call of Duty and Grand Theft Auto and Battlefield and Fortnite, and they're fucking losing their shit. They're screaming, they're breaking their TVs, they're having temper tantrums as adults because of a fucking video game. And you can't tell me that that's healthy. I'm a little barbaric because I know what it means to gut people alive. These people want to, and that's the huge difference. That's the thing that separates the herds, man, is that there are a lot of people that want to be fucked up. I don't like being fucked up. I never did. I never liked having to be fucked up, most especially. But people enjoy it. One, they're not good at it. Boing. Two, shouldn't be normalized to be a bad person. Three, if you're going to be a bad person, do it so well that no one catches on and you don't hurt their feelings. Because sometimes it just feels like people get off on fucking with other people's feelings. It's like a superfood for the narcissist demon seeds. Now, I come from a certain star that fell, and it landed and contaminated my body. And that allows me to see past a lot of shit. It allows me to not really truly, you can assume anything you want about me. But if it's basic, which it most likely is, it's fucking wrong. I wouldn't go as far to say that I'm completely cryptic to the average mind. But, my thought processes go beyond what the average mind thinks about. The average mind just kind of thinks about comfort. Constantly. It's always about comfort. So you're like, I must be so comfy. I must satisfy my needs, my wants. And people outweigh their needs in the want category. It's like, you don't need to spend $600 to see Sabrina Carpenter be a whore and fucking pretend to sing in the mic with a backing track. She's out there to just be a whore. You don't fucking give a shit. I've seen Sabrina Carpenter perform, and she's just a whore. She's a fucking corporate plant to promote being a whore. That's it. All of her songs are about being a whore. That's all Sabrina Carpenter is. They're mixed well. The songs are mixed well. And the instrumental, the beat is really cool. It's very kind of like old school, like funky, cool, badass. This is what something in the between the 70s and 80s would have sounded like. But then it's just horror music. And it's like, when you have to explain to your mom that Chappelle Roan is just a lesbian that sings about being a lesbian, and you gotta say, just listen to the lyrics. I'm not being a dick. I'm just telling you that it's a lesbian pop. Listen to the actual words. Don't just sit there and blast it in your fucking car. And then they did. They don't listen to fucking Chappelle Roan anymore because they're like, yeah, you were right. When she was talking about eating out pussy, that's pretty fucking gay. I'm a mom. I'm 56 years old. I shouldn't be listening to some 34-year-old talk about eating pussy and being a fag. And I'm like, you're definitely right, Mom. It sure is catchy, but it's like, it has a target audience, and you're not it. You claimed to be Christian at one point in your life. You said you were a Catholic. So you need to uphold that. You can't just pretend to be. You can't just listen to the lesbian whore bop. Oh. Every single person that I know that truly, truly likes Chappelle Roan is some shitty fucking bisexual fucktard in their 30s that works at a mall. All of them. And they can't hold a mall job, managerial job for their fucking life. So they work there for a few months until employee dissatisfaction, they go to the next place. I enjoy being at least good at a job. But I just fucking hate it when it becomes political, when you have, your gender and sexual orientation has to become part of why you're playing on your phone and not doing the fucking work. Aren't we all made equal? You can be a fucking fag or a dyke. Just do your fucking job. Go home and suck dick or lick a clit if you feel like it. But do your job when you're here. That's the point. You sign your soul signature on a piece of paper to do maybe 6 hours of work all together in your 9-hour shift. There's more jobs when you have bumfuck nothing to do and people complain about them so they can get their money, so they can buy video games and junk food and jewelry and fucking concert tickets and knickknacks. There are more people than I know that say support your friend's art, but they don't fucking do it. They just want to fucking say the message. I actually support my friend's art. I actually buy my friend's art. My friends make pretty cool art, and sometimes, I'd like to know that my fucking mental case friend that sat there for fucking 6 months making this fucking thing with their soul was like, yeah, I'll take... You want to buy my art? I'm like, yeah, I want to give you food. I want you to eat food. I'm going to buy your painting, friend. I'm going to buy your painting so you can eat food and so I can hang it up in my apartment and have people ask, are you a serial killer? And I'm like, no, I just... the green room is supposed to be the fun, happy room. And then the red room is supposed to be the scary, demonic room because I'm evil. I'm a little bit more evil than other people, but I have a lot more control over it than a lot of people that are less evil than me and have next to no control over themselves. So I just sit there and I just realize, man, I just fucking sit. I sit there, the beautiful world, and I say, what the fuck? Okay, see, it's working. It's working. Bitching is making me sleepy. I'm bitching and it's making me sleepy. Look, 1 hour of bitching made me yawn once. You're gonna go touch grass. I'm like, dude, I touch grass way more than you do. You're telling me touch grass just so you can be a dick. I like to bitch because I'm from New England. I got stuff to bitch about. You're just being a dick. You come in here and just being a dick. You took all that time to be a dick. Isn't that a little bit more pathetic? I own you. I have power over you. If you have to go out of your way to be a dick to me because of my fucking opinion that I'm allowed to have, I have power over you because I made you do something. And your free will, I changed your free will. The perspective of your actions was landed in my court, my hands. We're playing poker and I already won. I don't have a cheating deck. You just don't know that you're playing my game because you think you're playing your own. I hand you everything and you say, yeah, I think so. I think I will critically adjust my actions to this guy, this man, this thing, the creature. Oh, yeah, I find myself in a unique world. A unique world that I can see better than other people. I can see it better than people. I tell people scientific facts that they think are complete bullshit until the smartest person in the room says, no, that's actually true. And then I go back to bird form and I just crouch in the smallest position I can. Well, I sit there with a perfect patches squat. And I get up because I do squats. I get up fast because I do squats. And I sit there in the world with that snickering evil in the back of my head, and I have more control over it than a lot of these people. And the closer I get to the completion of my own critical analysis, the more that I realize that I don't need to put myself into the suit of action. I get closer and closer to those heavy plates being melded to my own flesh, so I never have to take it off. And I just get so tired. So tired. I mean, these things are cool, but they're only useful if you can know how to apply them. Everything has more than one purpose. My goal in life has always been able to find and seek the potential of things, separate purposes. How can I remove myself from the normalcy stimulus and allow myself satisfaction by being in the true new world? Is there such a way? That's what I really want to find out. There has to be a way to remove myself from the subcategory of just doing what everyone else does blindly and surely looking at life and say, I wonder what's down that dirt road. It seems to be spiraling into the woods. There's a stream by it. I wonder what kind of wild animals I'll see. I'm going to go and start taking my feet in the mind of the people that take the same pleasure walk down the same sidewalk while they stare at their fucking phone, their 5-minute walk, that they stare at their fucking phone with horrible posture and walk like a fraction of a mile per hour. I'm actually scared that the internet wants to tell people that if they walk fast, that they're depressed. It's not true. Everyone just walks slow. Everyone's fucking weak. Everyone's slow. Everyone has terrible posture these days. That's the truth. The internet won't want to normalize anything, but wants to normalize things that aren't true. You know, I want to go down that nature trail to hell, only to realize that I cannot be killed. And the more people I meet, the more the ruthless soul inside of me becomes. Because it decides that it knows truth better. I don't even make the decisions anymore. Or not all the time. The majority of the time, I don't make the decisions. I just know the outcome. And I'm just around shitty people. Shitty people that will command you to perform and dance like they own the dance floor. Like they own the court that you're standing in. I mean, there's more people that can't do shit that want you to do shit for them. I'm not overcompensating by wearing a bunch of fucking body weights while I go to work. I want to get strong. In my head, it really is as simple. It really is as simple that I'm putting the game in hard mode. I want to wear a weighted vest and ankle weights and wrist weights to my job that I move heavy things. Because I want the game to be in hard mode tonight. I want to get more experience. You get 1.25 times the experience if you do your job in hard mode, and they don't know that. And I got people try to fuck with me, and sometimes they'll walk up to me and they're like, wait a second, are you wearing 90 pounds extra at your job? And I say, yeah, I need my job to be more difficult because it's too easy. And they just get afraid of you. They stop their stupid joke, they stop shit talking, and they fuck off. I like it when my neighbors fear me for no fucking reason, because they're not fucking open-minded. I'm loud, sure. But I'm loud in a world that's afraid of their volume, but doesn't mind having their fucking phone on full blast. I mean, yeah, I can hear myself echo off the fucking wall over there. I can hear myself echo off of that wall over there. That one. In that building. But I can also hear that fucking dude fucking going, over there. Oh, the fucking retard laugh is so fucking contagious. Here I am riding the bike that I fucking found. And I moved to the left side of the sidewalk because there's a dude walking. Why the fuck are you moving to the side I just moved by so I could get out of your way? What the fuck? I just fucking say it now. I just say it out loud. I'm like, what the fuck, man? I moved to get out of your fucking way. What is this? What? Do you want me to move again? Do you want to have power over where I move to not be in your way? Fuck. People make things difficult because they want to have the seat of control, man. Sometimes I do this in class. But I've lost enough weight that I've noticed that I actually have definition in my jawline. So I can actually do that fucking thing. I can do it. It's underneath the beard, but I got definition in my jawline now. I'm not like that. When I was young and arrogant, I liked having a nice body. And now I'm older with a lot more self-love, self-understanding. So having a nice body that gets nicer. To more discipline. I mean, I ate an entire 14-ounce bag of sour gummy worms, but I'm not going to watch Pennywise kill people unless I can enjoy myself. And I get paid tomorrow, so I bought myself a treat. I get paid in 4 hours and 8 minutes. In 4 hours and 8 minutes, I will have money. Unless it's a holiday, then I'll have it the next day. No, about the only thing that matters to me is If my life can be eventful, I guess. And my life doesn't need to be eventful from having such a fucking high body count. I think it's laughable. I hate myself. I fucking hate myself, man. How is it that I wasn't able to have number 4 or number 7 or number 12 or number 17 stick? That's what I think in my head. Yeah, it was fun. Sex was good. But I don't know, man. I've seen a lot of the people that I was with now with fucking drug addicts, and they have kids. They have kids with other drug addicts. And I can understand that drugs are cool, but I don't want to attract drug addicts. I want to attract people that do drugs sometimes because they're fun to do. But I don't want to attract drug addicted people. That's not healthy for me. I don't want to attract people that are attention seeking. I just want to attract a nice girl that wants to do fun things and cook together and go out to dinner sometimes. And I've never gone rollerblading. I've never gone ice skating. I got a fucking semi-professional hockey player in my family, and they never took me ice skating once. I'd love to go ice skating. I got good balance. I think going and doing, even corny things with a girl would be more fun than doing nothing at all and sitting at the fucking house and eating fucking food. Doritos can't be that fucking good. And I just feel like that level of life doesn't exist anymore. There's a lot of people that lost their minds when they couldn't go out and spend all their fucking money during COVID. And it really showed you how many people are materialist that are scapegoating themselves as a spiritualist that's not material so they can alleviate their guilt that they have of their own conviction towards themselves about, in fact, being materialist. I've seen it all. I've seen every fucking person I know that tried to give me advice fucking do stupid shit. I've had people give me my spiritual healers and senseis and crystal shop owner people. They all suck. They all stupid. They all cheat on each other. Why is my shaman cheating on his wife of 16 years? How do you cheat on your wife of 16 years, man? You got a wife for 16 years? You shouldn't cheat on your wife of 16 years. If you have stayed with someone you shouldn't cheat at all. But you definitely shouldn't cheat on your wife. And you definitely shouldn't cheat on your wife if you've been with them for 16 years. I think that's a given. But it's not elite ball knowledge anymore. It's not elite ball knowledge to not be a fucking cheater, piece of shit, drug addict, loser that has no money ever. Because they made it look so fucking cool in so many TV shows and movies to basically be a fucking slumdog scumbag that is fucking poor because they have no fucking money. And then you cover up your feelings of insignificance with substance abuse. You see, that tree where that lamp is lit up over there, that's the perfect place to park your vehicle. I could sit under that tree with that lamp, and I could roll a joint and roll down the window and play some music at 11 volume. There was a point where I was doing meth outside of my fucking market job, 150 feet away from my market job, and then I'd go inside and then do it. There's a level of risk that I take, not for enjoyment, but because, God, it just felt really fucking cool to do something that makes you feel like Wesker. Shit. Do you know how fucking cool it feels to do a ton of meth and then do an easy job? You feel like you're Superman. You can rip boxes in half after you put everything on the shelf. I was doing two forward, It's like seething noise from the aisle from me perfectly double blocking that entire fucking grocery store aisles in 15 minutes by myself. Like a fucking machine. And all because I decided to smoke a little meth and then smoke a little weed and then go in there with the power of storms like Wesker. I'm not that fucking impressed by it, but still, it was fun. Everything in my life has served some sort of divine purpose for teaching me mindsets and lessons. And I just don't feel like anyone really kind of grasps that same mentality these days. These people these days just will repeat the same shitty behaviors and same bullshit. I don't know why they say that they're retards. The mentally incapacitated ones are the ones that are able to learn mannerisms. They say, "Oh, you're not good at social cues." I'm like, I don't want to be. These social cues make no fucking sense, man. Everyone's just talking about the thing that's popular right now, and they don't even have a full knowledge about it. They're just trying to fit in. Why would I want to fit in with the people that don't like themselves and are scared if they're different, so they have to adjust by being basic? I don't understand how that's a good perspective that I don't understand the social cues when they're just pushing smut and shit. But then years later, you're going to tell me that I have a heightened level of empathy and I can see through the narcissist language because other people get affected by a narcissist and they're like, oh, I didn't know. But I can read them out like I can focus on their snake behaviors because I've learned the way of the narcissist. Like, why is it different now than what you told me when I was a fucking kid? You told me I didn't understand facial mannerisms and social cues as a child, but then as an adult, you say I'm a master of them. No, it's just a lot of people are fucking dumb, and I paid attention and went to school to understand how people are fucking awful. I went to school to understand how people think. And people think with their own personal mindsets, but like people choose their actions. They decide and how they will respond to events. Almost the same fashion most people will. I wasn't doing math outside my grocery store job so I could be risky. And I was like getting off on doing drugs and then going to work. I like my job, but I also liked doing drugs. They didn't coincide. It was like keeping church and state separate. It wasn't that I was doing them so I could be, some sort of menace that was, fuck, what's the fucking word? What's the fucking word? When you do the opposite of what society and states that is good because you're trying to be stinky and fight the system. What is that fucking word? I can't think because that's not who I am. I'm me. I did drugs because I liked to. But I went to work because it's good to have a job. There's people at the job that were fucking sober and they're just spending their whole fucking shift, in the bathroom, coming back from break late, sifting, changing songs on their phone. Just go there and do my job. I get tasks done fast because it's not difficult to do a task you've done a million fucking times every day. Quick. I don't want to take my time doing the dishes at work. I'll just get them all fucking done. I'll get all the fucking dishes done right away. I don't have to mop the floor until we leave. Let it get as fucking dirty as you want. If there's obvious fucking dangerous water spills and shit, I can pick them up. But if there's like straw wrappers and paper towels underneath the seats and shit, I don't give a fuck. Pick it up later. You get it all done out of the way, and then you're expected to make 20 pizzas? 6 of them got to be pepperoni. 8 of them have to be sausage. And then, after that, you got 6 left. Those last 6 got to be just, I don't know, both or something. Some shit. Put some frozen green peppers on it. I don't fucking know. It's just every single job I've had. You have someone that will sit there and claim at the deli counter that they have to make 5 2-ounce bags of turkey and 3 2-ounce bags of ham and 4 2-ounce bags of, honey ham and, 6 bags that are 2 ounces of, Munster and then sharp cheddar. And they'll complain about doing a job that takes 30 seconds per bag, the whole shift, and then not get it done. It's not that difficult. If a manager just fucking leaves a mess, I'm leaving that mess right there. I'm sorry, you're supposed to be here on a salary and you're already leaving. All right, well, all that cardboard that you left in the middle of the store is going to stay there because I'm going to let you know who I am. I'm not the person that was on their fucking phone and changing their songs and, taking the hour, 15-minute break. I'm not that person that wants to do their donuts and cookies and shit. You can let them get in trouble for not being a good worker. You want me to do other people's jobs, you will pay me more money. It's not in the description. I was hired. This is the description. I have that. I can look online what my application was hired in. You know that, right? And my description is this. I go over to the deli and help out because I like the people at the deli. I like the people at the hut bar. I'm good with customer service. I'm not good with coworkers all the time. And I have my friends, but I'm good with customers. So it's not that difficult to go to the hot plate. Oh, you want to get a dinner? Oh, you want it to go? 2 to go? All right, what do you want in that first one? Okay, you want fried chicken. What do you want for sides? Mashed potatoes, macaroni. Do you want a roll? Do you want a croissant? White or wheat? All right, you want wheat? Okay, I got you. Bam. What do you want on the second one? Oh, you want the lasagna? Fuck yeah. I like the lasagna. Oh, you want vegetables and that? You want mixed veggies? All right, I can get you some mixed veggies. You don't want another side? All right, I'll only charge one of them for the full, and then the other one I'll have it as the one side. And then I bring them up. There you go, boss. Or there you go, cool lady. You go eat there if you go sit in our cafe with your husband and eat our delicious food, huh? And it's not that difficult to humanize yourself with others. I love customer service because people want good service. It's expected to be nice. And it's easier to just, have fun with the customers than it is to put on a nice face. It's way easier to just be a human and go to work in a good mood and be happy and help people with a smile on your face because you want to help them and make their lives easy and make them smile. You want to see them smile, not some cheap fucking Disney cult mentality, but you actually just want to be good to them. It shouldn't be that tough. Sometimes I want to have all the time in the world to truly sit back and understand that I'm good for the military and I'm good for customer service, but military don't want me and customer service is scared of me. But the customers like me. The job I can do, the mechanical and the technical work that the military needs. But my recruiter is not answering me and hasn't answered me for 6 months. Now, I can just go down the International Drive over here that way. I can go down there and I can just fucking go probably talk to the dude. But I don't want it to be that complex. I want it to be simple enough that I can call them on the line. And I know they're probably busy, but within 6 months, man, I have no fucking fear. And I'm very, very, very focused to the point that my accuracy is pretty close to 100. I'm pretty good because I like to pay attention and I like to make sure that I'm doing things right. I'm mechanically gifted, and that is a good thing. We need mechanically gifted people. Hello, welcome, Mr. Mexico. How you doing? I like Mexico. Mexico's a Christian nation. You guys are cool people there. Mexicans, a lot of Spanish people are some of the coolest people I know because they care about their families. They have more morals. They're fun. They like to cook. They like to dance. They like to sing. They like to eat. Spanish culture is pretty nice. I like Spanish culture. And you can say Mexican's not Spanish, but Mexican is a mixture of Spanish and South American and indigenous Asians all fucking each other and making the perfect nice people that are always happy. And generally, you know, they're always fucking musically gifted as well. Greetings from Florida, Mr. Mexico, Big Boss, Mr. Snake. Snake. Played a couple Metal Gear games. I never really got too deep into it. I had so many people talk shit about Metal Gear 4 that there just really didn't seem like a point for me to play Metal Gear Solid 4. Or any of them. I had 1 through 3 on the PlayStation Vita. It's Metal Gear. I had Metal Gear on PlayStation 1. But it's just like, and I know, I probably really fucking like it. I like those kind of games where I can platform my way through and tactically solve things. And he shoots guns, but there's more than that. It's like super spy, sleuth, like that. Konami is cool. Konami used to have a cooler logo, and then Konami was the first company that suffered from minimalism. Their logo used to be way more cool, and then they made it dumb. They made it so simple. Now it's like, it's just a rectangle with the word Konami in it. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Is that a K? Is that an inverted and cool looking K? That's fucking badass. Why did Konami change their logo? And make it dumb. And Square Enix. Oh, wait, no. No, it was Eidos, Neversoft, Activision. Oh, no. Eidos, Neversoft, Eidos, Crystal Dynamics, Neversoft, Activision, and whatever Activision. I think Activision's still doing its own thing. But you see companies just liquidate and change their name so they don't have to deal with bankruptcy because they release some fucking bullshit. You never want to think that, like, Neversoft went out of business and then liquidized themselves and became Activision because they were making fucking awesome games the whole time. But it happens. They'll make Tony Hawk Underground, and then they'll make Crash Bandicoot and shit. But it also turns into, like, a zillion projects that suck or wasted money on games that never get finished. So you never know. And it's so closer. It's closer to paycheck time. It's 12/12. 12/12. Give me money. So I got no school this whole fucking week. No school the entire week. I mean, I don't have school Tuesday anyway, or the weekends. But I also don't have school tomorrow. And I don't have school Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. Look at this. Oh, they're running and they've dropped or something. Who? They're gonna jump over the fence. These people are doing these teenage boys are doing life the fun way by parkouring and climbing over fences and shit. I just heard them. I have supersonic hearing, by the way. You would have never understood that. When I get in a car, I tell people, "Yo, I know you like your stereo system, but you like turn your music way fucking down? I can hear it really well. My hearing and my sight are really, really good. My smell fucking sucks. And it's not that difficult to taste food. It's in your fucking mouth. But my smell kind of fucking sucks. And my sight, my hearing is really good. Because I'm designed to survey. I'm designed to be the reconnaissance. I'm designed to project my consciousness and my peripheral field and my hearing and my conic hearing and my peripheral sight. When I look forward, I do as best as I can to use extra brain energy to get as clear as an image as I can in my peripheral vision. And anyone can do that. But they don't. They fucking don't. And it's nice. I live in such a fucking awful light polluted area. The only thing I can see is the Big Dipper. And that's it. Big Dipper's right there. You can't see it because I have a shitty phone, but that's the Big Dipper. And that's the only constellation I can see. Everything else is just clouds. Like, look at that. That's all theme parks. That's Universal over there. That's Universal Studios. And that's downtown Orlando. And look at the fucking. Looks like it's almost day, like sundown over there still. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. Looks like the sun's still going down. That's how bright it is. The real beast doesn't growl. It makes some sort of inverted, sort of like husking sound. It's a very unique creature. I say, if you choose to be my enemy, you will suffer. You'll suffer so hard. Oh, check that out. I just yawned a second time. I yawned for the second time. Oh, I yawned a second time. I'm getting sleepy. I sure am getting sleepy. I yawned a second time. Oh, now I'm getting water. Oh, I'm getting water. Oh, agua. I really don't play music. I listen to thunderclaps. As my beast-like mind enhances. I say in 2 months my electric bill has been cut completely in half. My electric bill was $211 in like August or some shit. And it was $94. My electric bill is $94 this month. I heard yawn. Woohoo! I'm just so Oh, let's having Thanksgiving with the family. Having Thanksgiving with the family. I sure hope someone makes green bean casserole. I don't like cornbread pudding. I don't think cornbread pudding's that good. I understand that it's cornbread with creamed corn and a shit ton of butter, but I don't think cornbread pudding's that nice. I don't know. I don't want to have like too much fucking goop. Look at my teeth. Ah, you can see my teeth. Ah, cornbread pudding and sweet yams. There's too much sweet shit. They need to have like a balance of sweet. Like you should have like two sides of sweet. I want mostly savory things. I'm not a super sweet fan. The internet will try to convince people that if you know someone that isn't a fan of sweets, that they're a dangerous narcissist because they don't like having fun. The internet will tell you that everyone around you that doesn't like sugary sweets is evil. So I'll be getting that turkey. Oh, the turkey's coming. It came together nice. But now I'm at that point, man. I'm at that point where I want to get some carrots. I want to get some carrots and I want to get some celery and maybe some potatoes. Maybe. I don't always want potatoes, but I want to get some carrots and some celery and I don't know. I can find something else that's stocky that I could throw in. Yeah, 50 on. I want to get a big fucking pot. I want to get a big fucking pot. And I want to make a big soup. And all that turkey and all that collagen forming inside the soup. Scoop it up. Make a nice base. A yummy, delicious soup. I'm a soup guy. I'm the kind of guy that eats soup. Very nice. I had a tomato bisque the other day. That tomato bisque was squamdillywamptious. It was a pretty tasty tomato bisque. I shit you not. On the side of that, I had a chicken starch of what kind of fucking chicken was it again? Shit. Oh, we got fucking chicken with that brown sauce on top of it. The chicken with the brown sauce on top of it, and was served on top of the mashed potatoes with greens, and the greens were blanched perfectly. They had such a snappy crunch to them, but they were cooked enough where it's not like biting into a raw. It was like they're perfectly done vegetables. But not balsamic chicken. Fuck, what is that chicken? And you had this bread, pressing that bread into the soup. I'm the kind of dude that can eat a focaccia bread. I can eat a focaccia. You can't. You get me near some jalapeno cheddar focaccia bread with pepperoni inside of it. Little rips of pepperoni and jalapeno and cheddar and that focaccia bread. I'm eating that shit. You already know. God, I'm turkey down. I don't know if I want to have turkey for Thanksgiving. Look at that. It's my sixth yawn. I'm so sleepy. I've talked so much shit that I've gotten quieter and my temperament's become balanced. Oh. I'm such a balanced temperament boy. My temperament's so balanced. It's like, hey man, once you get older, you kind of get like this feeling inside of you where you want to like not have a shitty sleep schedule. Dude, I got up at 7 o'clock in the morning. I get up at 7 o'clock in the morning and I turn my hydroponic lights on. And then I usually don't have to do shit until like 9, 9-ish. 9 is when I start getting like grooming myself. I usually just sit there, I'll make a cup of coffee, maybe I'll turn on some TV. But it's like, I get up at 7 o'clock in the morning. So it's like, I don't want to be up until 4. It's so pathetic. When I was up at 4 o'clock in the morning, I was fucking taking acid and ripping on dab carts and playing Elden Ring. But it's like, I already played all the Elden Ring. There's no reason. It's such a good game, but I can't play it. Like, there's no point. I feel like I'm regressing if I play Elden Ring. Not Night Rain. I got the deluxe pass, the for Elden Ring, so I already got the new DLC. I didn't need to buy it. And the stupid thing is they made all the PlayStations. The PlayStations are on sale, but they're like the same price. It's like a fake sale. The PlayStations were never $650. They were definitely the same price that they are right now. Because I checked them. I checked the prices of PlayStations within the last few months. Well, last month at least, since my PlayStation 5's been broken. And the whole time that I've checked, it's been the same price. And now it says like $100 off. It just says $100 off, but it's like the same price that it was. So it's like, just know that there is no Black Friday deal for PlayStation 5s right now. They're the same fucking price that they were. They're the same fucking price. They just said that they're not. That they're having a deal, so you'll go buy one. But they're still $550. They were $550 a month and 1 week ago, and they're $550 for Black Friday deals. The PlayStation 5 is the same fucking price that it was since before. It's so stupid. I saw a PlayStation 5 on eBay that was $327, so I'm probably going to do that. I'm probably going to buy the $327 PlayStation 5. But I don't have as much fun on the PlayStation 5. The PlayStation 5, it doesn't really seem like I want to play Elden Ring Night Rain. Because I already platinumed Night Rain and got everything in the fucking game. I got everything. I beat all the special bosses. There's no point of playing the Deep Dark because, like, you could get to level 2, and then if you lose or everything, it's just, like, there's no point to try to sit there and convince myself to get to level 5. Look at that. 9 yawns. So, yeah, I could play more Silent Hill 2 and Silent Hill F. And Resident Evil Requiem's coming out in March. And the new Onimusha game's coming out in February. But there's not that it's not that big of a deal to me. I'll just pre-order those games. Let's see, you're gonna get. I'm like excited about like two games that are coming up. There's no other games that I'm interested in, but I really care about. I don't know. I kind of want to get that special Christmas gift for myself. Special Christmas gift for myself so I can use it for those streams. Stream those things. I can stream video games. I could play Resident Evil Dead Aim. It was such a good fucking game. It's so fucking good. It's such a good fucking game. It's so fucking good. Shit. It's so fucking good. The one problem is I can get quiet, but I can burn the energy back up and go right back up to 100 if needed. I'm pretty good at that. But I have burnt a lot of energy. So it's almost time. 2 hours seems like enough. That'll be a nice sleepy woo-woo. Little 11 yawns. I feel like I'm gonna start snoring. So my eyes are tearing up from all the yawning. Tell you the truth, I don't want pizza anymore. I don't like pizza anymore. I try to surprise myself of getting a new flavor of pizza to try to change it up, but every single time I get one, I just feel like shit after. I like cheeseburgers better than pizza. I mean, Supreme pizzas, a deluxe or a Supreme pizza definitely has a good taste to it. But it's like, I don't know, man. Everything's so expensive these days. I don't want to go to the store and spend $22 on a pizza. On a medium. I used to get a large pizza for $13. Now a medium pizza is $22. So it just doesn't seem like a good deal. Cheese, there's no shortage in cheese. And wheat grows pretty quick. Fuck. Yeah, wheat grows pretty fast. But I don't think they have any trouble growing vegetables. So there's nothing on a pizza that I can think of that should make the price of pizza so expensive. Besides maybe olive oil. I'm a little bummed out. I worked hard on a track and I only got 14 listens to it. I only got 14 listens on the track. And I got one like, but someone disliked it, and I already know who it is. It's that fucking dude. It's not even a bad track, but I'm a little bummed that only 14 people listened to a track that I sat there for a good amount of time and fucking made. But it is what it is. It is what it fucking is. And this is the green rum. The green rum's green because the living room should have green in it. It's a life color. Green is different than red. Red is prime comfort. And green is kind of like, it's kind of comfy. Green is the inviting comfort for all. Oh, yeah. Oh, turkey. Oh, can't do it. I shouldn't go in and eat more turkey. It's not good. Look at this. Do you know what it was like when I first saw people? When I first saw humans, and I had to shape myself to look like them. I was amazed at the lengths they would go, concerned only for their satisfaction. So fucking crazy how so many of them decide that their own satisfaction is more important than the satisfaction of their loved ones. I don't normally fit in with people because I'm not a person. I'm not a human being. I'm a strange monster. I'm a strange monster that wears skin like a suit. And I sit there and I look through my blinds like a fucking crazy man. Oh no, I'm looking through my blinds like a crazy man. I'm looking through, what the fuck? That was not a human face for a few seconds. You may have seen my true form for a few seconds. But a few seconds to me is like 1 second to the world. I'm looking through the blinds like a crazy person. I'm not human. I don't know how to tell people this. They don't understand it. I'm not a human being. I just inherited a nice body. But the reason why I'm so good at understanding my surroundings is I'm some sort of strange, interstellar, parasitic being that just happened to consume the body and mind of a human. And that's why I have such a unique hunger and unique mentality about me. Fucking people, a lot of people aren't unique. You could be a dick. There's nothing unique about being a dick. If it's a generic thing. If it needs to insist upon itself, it's not unique. If you're opening up a can of worms and they're the same can of worms that everyone fucking uses, and they're not Canadian night crawlers, I'm not interested. Fucking sitting here and you're trying to gamble with garbage. And this isn't my empire of dirt. No, this is my empire of mud that was turned into housing. I'm living like Luke Skywalker over here with the people that throw dirt. They got pocket sand, but that doesn't matter much because I got glasses on. I got sunglasses on. You can throw as much pocket sand as you want. I'm living like Anakin, not Anakin. I'm living like Luke Skywalker. I don't hate sand. It's pretty cool. I shoot womp rats with my T16 back at home. And you're just sitting there talking about how tough you are, but you're not shooting womp rats with your T16 back at home. No. More I discover the peculiarities of myself, the more that I realize I'm not fucking human. I'm just in a fucking flesh suit. The more I inch away at my memories and I just get rid of them. Anything that once mattered to me, I just get rid of it. Oh. People are like, hey, do you remember me? No. You're gonna need more context than that. This is the second time my friend Tyler has asked if he could come over my apartment for 2 weeks and stay here for 2 weeks on my channel. The second time he's done it. I don't think that's Tyler. I just think that's some person fucking with me saying, hey man, you remember me? I'm like, fucking no. Well, you said you're gonna be down here. You said you'd be here Sunday. I see nobody here. My whole Sunday went through. You come to my channel one more time and pretend to be someone that I went to college with 13 years ago, I'll find you. I'll find you and I'll do the same exact thing that they do to everyone else that's a piece of shit, fucking fake, druggy asshole. And I'll smash all your fingers with a fucking lead pipe, steel pipe. I'll smash them flat. And I'll pull the remaining skin off, the broken bones and skin. I'll pull it right out. I'm so sick of it. I'm so sick of fucking bullshit. This bullshit to me is different. So sick of the people that punch and kick like little babies. I elbow check and I knee drop. I will make your spine not functional for 2 whole minutes while you're trying to punch me in the face. And if you get me in the face, it's not going to hurt much to me. Because my whole fucking head is like concrete. You got enough concussions, you don't have to worry. And all the young minds that go out like they're a fucking first rank cadet. And I am Salzar, the ancient one. I am the one that taking damage makes me deal more damage and makes me move faster and makes my defense go up. I mean, the only thing you can do is just wait a few seconds. Because I'm going to try my best to feed off of your life force. Learn all the moves, feed off your life force, and revitalize my flesh. You'll be wondering why does he keep getting full health? And why do I feel so sleepy? You want to choose me as an enemy? I'm just going to fucking feed off of your weakness and feed off of your joy and make you happy and feed off of that joy. And when you're upset in life, I'll do my best to be by your side. But if you're upset in life and you just keep trying to instill bullshit into mine, I'll sit there and I'll watch you with my fucking backwards grin while your whole life falls apart and your family dies of cancer. And then you get sick, you get fucking bronchitis. And then you become anemic. I just want to be in a perfect world, man. I want to be in a perfect world that's beautiful. I'm so sick of fake. I'm so sick of ugly. We shouldn't be ugly to each other. But if you're ugly to me, you'll have a bad time. Why be mean to me? If I ain't do nothing to you, why are you trying to sabotage my life at work? Why are you trying to sabotage my life socially? You're supposed to be my boy. Help wingman it up. Aren't you married? You shouldn't be flirting the girl that I'm trying to get with, buddy. Oh, gray kitty. Gray kitty cat, come back, I'll give you fish. I'll give you turkey. I'm gonna go give this kitty turkey. This kitty's been a nice kitty. This kitty deserves turkey. Oh. I'm gonna feed the kitty. I'm feeding the kitty turkey. Let me get a nice piece of turkey for this kitty. That's enough for the kitty. Oh. Turkey for the kitty. Turkey for the kitty. I like animals more than people, because animals are easy to fucking satisfy. If you're nice to an animal, it doesn't question your motives. It just knows that you're being nice to it because it wants to eat. Yo, kitty! Yo, gray kitty! Where you go? I got you some turkey. I'm gonna find this cat and give it this turkey. Kitty! Got some turkey for you. Kitty, kitty. Kitty, kitty, kitty. Where did you go? Kitty. It's a gray kitty. This ain't your ordinary kitty. It's a gray one. Look at that dark meat too. Ooh, that's a kitty's favorite thing. It's delicious. Delicious, yummy. It's the man that gives you fish all the time. I got you turkey Thanksgiving feast. Come over here, kitty. Look, it's in my hand. I like it when I give the kitty the fish and I can see him from a mile away running with it. Kitty! Kitty, I got some delicious turkey. I want to put it up on this this fence here, huh? I make such good turkey. I make such good turkey. I make such good turkey that the kitty will eat it. What should I think about what people that don't think? Because it sounds like an oxymoron to say they don't think. What they think. But they don't think for themselves. Therefore, they don't have thoughts to me. You don't have your own ideas. I can't pretend you do. Kitty Witty. They climb up in that wall all the time, too. Sometimes at night, I come out here and watch them. I want that kitty so bad. I want to take that kitty. I want that kitty to be my kitty. I want a kitty so bad. I want a nice little kitty. I can say, yo, kitty witty. And I just made myself some salmon. Guess what's going on your dinner? Yep. Yeah, smell that? That kitty liking that turkey is making me. My hand. My hand smells like a Thanksgiving feast now. Because I'm not evil, I don't like people that aren't kind. I'm not a bad person. I am just ballsy enough to fucking speak my mind about the situation. And a lot of the time, I could care less if I say something that's a little politically risque to my fucking managers. If my manager got a blue beard, I'm gonna assume that they're pretty progressive. And in a progressive state, if you're the kind of person that has a progressive mentality, I want you to be open to my level of progressiveness. I won't be a bad person to you, but don't dissuade me from being myself either. Oh no. Oh, this beautiful time off, and I still have to worry about assignments. We got 2 government 50 question test, all online. An audio systems test. 10 questions, not bad. An audio systems venues final project. Right now, as it stands, I have a 72 or like a 76 in audio systems. So if I truly wanted to, we have 1 final assignment left. And I could just not do it and still pass the class. And that's how I hear a lot of people talk. I'd be like that sometimes. I got 1 more assignment that will be in-class assignment for December 1st. And that's everything. But, oh yeah, philosophy. I got another philosophy. 1 more philosophy quiz. And 1 more philosophy discussion. This one is, are you willing to be a good person? Hello. Hello, X-Sam. Oh, look at that. It's a Skibidi toilet. How you doing, Skibidi toilet person? Do you like the new Da Fuck Boom episode 81 of Skibidi Toilet? They're in space, and Titan TV Man is no longer infected. He's a good guy again. But his brother's here now, and his brother is infected, and he's the bad guy. Oh, the Astro Toilet Alliance is now the good people. We thought that the toilets were bad. They're not. What's going on with the Skibidi toilets? You're telling me that the Skibidi toilets are actually Skibidi now? And that the TVs, the monitor men are the bad ones? Holy fuck. And it's gonna have Silent Hill 4 music? No way. They're putting Silent Hill 4 in Skibidi Toilet now? Who would have thought it? Here I was thinking Skibidi Toilet was just going to be Silent Hill 2 and 3. But those crazy assholes at the Fuck Boom decided to put Silent Hill 4 music in it now. You guys are in for a fucking treat. An episode 81, part B of Skibidi Toilet. I'm telling you. Because Skibidi Toilet, dude, the Fuck Boom, and I have such an affinity for Silent Hill's sound, we can communicate telepathically. So if you have any questions about Skibidi Toilet, don't, like, I don't know, just pick up the fucking phone. Pick up the fucking phone and say, what happens to, what happens, the Madden toilet, the one that basically just has Jill's from Resident Evil's fucking face as a head. What happens when she comes, she will, how do I spell a bunch of words wrong and say, Michael! Michael! They're not, how's the human? Still raw. Oh, Michael. This is Astro Toilet's theme. Oh no. That Astro Toilet's theme. Trumpets of what was that? Trumpets of Skibidi Toilet. Skibidi! It's the same shit. Like, I went on the Skibidi Toilet witch hunt. Thousands of fucking comments purged from the systems. I want to let you know, Skibidi Toilet person, if you're 8 years old, you shouldn't be on my channel. If you're 8 years old and you like Skibidi Toilet and you don't even know how to write cursive, you shouldn't be on my channel. My channel's not designed for Skibidi Toilet kids. God, I wish there was a way that I could make it so people couldn't use my music to remix. But that just seems a little too unfair to people that want to do like creepypastas and shit. But I'm so sick of getting comments, and it's like the worst fucking quality Gary's Mod that you've ever fucking seen. It's 2D scaled, and it's so bad. They don't even know how to animate. Like, God, when I was back in the day, they taught us how to animate a 3D model. That's what they taught us in school, how to animate 3D models. How to make them have points on, like, contusion points in their movement. And how to make them move across screen and shit and have, like, full animation. And these kids these days don't even know how to fucking animate. They're having, like, a still image, and they just move the still image across, and the background is just some generic Skibidi Toilet late season war scene, and it's just these like 20-second bullshit fucking low quality garbage videos. And it's so dumb. You can tell that the people making them are like 6 or like fucking pathetic. If they're older than that and they're making stuff that bad, fuck. Gary's Mod ain't that difficult to use. You can learn how to use Gary's Mod, but I'm so fucking sick of all the fucking Skibidi Toilet bullshit. They weaponized a whole bunch of elementary and middle school people, and they're all come to my channel and say the fucking same comment. I say this, I say, you come to my channel and you see a Skibidi Toilet comment, give it a like. Don't post the same fucking thing. Don't. I know it seems unfair, and I sound like Skibidi Toilet Hitler, but like, I don't need the same comment over and over and over again. All the Silent Hill comments are at least an original thing. It's a discussion or asking a question or being like, did you know that this is the lore of this specific part of the game? Is that Heather really never really wanted to go to Silent Hill, but she had to because she needed to avenge her father. And I'm like, that's a much better fucking comment than Michael. So much better. I want all the fucking Skibbity Toilet kids to fucking stop coming on my channel and posting bullshit comments. They can't even spell. Like, I make typos because I type fast. I type fast and my hand is as big as my fucking head. Both of my hands are as big as my fucking face. And I talk to all these people that have little baby hands. I have extra, extra large hands. Like, I put extra large gloves on that even they break. Food service gloves. You know, I'm trying to sit there. My hand is bigger than my fucking phone. You know, these thumbs are like 2 inches. My thumbs are 2 inches long. So I'm sitting there with my 2 inch long thumbs. And I'm sitting there and I'm really supposed to, to, to fucking sit there and fucking type every fucking word out perfectly correct. But some of these things, they don't even know how to spell the word. At least you can like determine if you're not a complete retard. You can look at my what I write, and you can understand that like the T and the R are so close to each other that I may have typed like a T instead of the R. So you can, if you're smart, if you're not a complete fucking mental case, you can understand to err is human and that the keyboard layout with things, little keys that are like this fucking big, and my thumb is like 20 times the size of these keys, and I'm using like the corner of my thumb because my thumbs are too big. I type with my fucking thumbs. What am I, psycho? But I type it like a keyboard? No, my thumbs are fucking huge compared to the letters on the keyboard. Look at this. No lights. We're back in. We're playing the rap. Tuck in. Get in out of the car. Oh, it's gotta be almost. It's 1 o'clock, 10%, 1 on the dot. It's almost payday time. It's almost time for money. But it's gone past 2 hours, so I have to fuck off now. It only makes sense. It's only the right thing to do is to fuck off. I did say 2 hours. You see how I was yawning and stuff, and then I went on kitty mission? And then when I went on kitty mission, my movement allowed me to get all of my energy back. And now I'm not yawning anymore. I am a force not to be reckoned with. Unless you want to have like a cool little battle that's going to result in us getting food and drinks after. And just being like, why did we even do that? Because I will never get myself to the level of power to cause a lot of harm. It's mostly incapacitating energy or maybe muscular structure. I want to soften up your muscle in such a way that you can't use your arm or your leg for a few seconds. But I don't want to fucking hurt people. That's a good thing. I don't want to hurt people. I just don't want people to think that they can hurt me. Why would you want to hurt me? Just because you need to have power over someone? That's unnecessary. That's demonic. I'm just a silly bird man. I am a silly bird man. And that's all. Why must I exist in the same category of people that don't even understand how to spread their wings? They don't even have wings. I have wings and they don't. One could argue that me having wings makes me a better person than people that have no wings. But one could also argue that people are afraid of something that has more power than them. They can tell. That's why they need to hurt me and weaken me. They want me to be not a threat to them. I'm not a threat to people, but they perceive me as one for no reason. But I'm at 5%, so that means I have to fuck off. Oh.